Show y'all what I'm going to do here today. I've got this 5-frame stack up here, and I want to convert it over to a 10-frame setup. So all I'm going to do is just simply be taking the boxes as they are, and I'm going to slide them over here to the y'all's left, and then I'm going to just tear them apart from the top down and reverse the order that they're stacked in, so that what's now the bottom box will be the top box. And then I'm going to set a deep over here where I set a deep where they were stacked up when I slide them over, and then just start moving frames systematically from the 5 frames into the 10 frame. You can see I've got 3 5-frame boxes and a 3 5-frame deeps and a medium. I'm sorry. So if they have some empty frames, I'll try to reduce them down to a single deep, but if not, I've got an extra deep in the B room there, and so I'll go ahead and get it set up to where I can make them a double deep. I'd be just fine making them a double deep going into the winter anyway. So I'm gonna try to set this camera here where y'all can see, and we'll just get busy. So like I said, we're going to slide them over here, and that's because as I tear the stack down, this is where the new hive will sit. So I'm just going to slide them over just so I have space to work, and then we'll clean all the junk off the top of them. I'm always stacking stuff on top of hives. It's a bad habit, but I do it all the time. And we'll pop the old cover here, give them a little smoke. We're not doing anything right now as far as a hive inspection or anything like that. We're not looking for the queen. All we're doing is moving boxes. It doesn't have to be neat and tidy because this is all just temporary staging anyway. That's a heavy little deep, or heavy little medium. That's probably got 10 pounds of honey in that little 5-frame box. I just got to make sure that I have enough space to set my 10 frame in place. Yeah, that deep that's empty. It's really light. Basically empty. I'm just going to go ahead and take the bead. I'm going to go ahead and set it over here to the side because I'm not going to put it back in. And that gets me the right size I need anyway, because I got a couple other 5-frame stacks I want to convert to 10s, and I want to use that other box elsewhere. I'll go ahead and throw a medium on them for right now so they've got the extra space if they need it for honey super, because I've got plenty of empty honey supers. I'm doing all that extraction work I just did. So I'll just throw a medium on instead of a deep. Oh, what the heck? This one's stuck on there. Must have fixed the frames together somehow. Yeah, there we go. You know what they did? Something I always get on to other people for. There's a medium right here. Shouldn't be there. And they've drawn that medium all the way down into the deep box, the lower deep. So they've built the bottom of it out and then some. So now, I've got to grab this other deep that I said I wasn't going to use. I set out of the way. This one here. Pull the frames out of it, so I know it's void and vacant. We'll use it for staging. So I'm going to have to work all around the edges of this hive to get it popped loose. There you go. Not as bad as I thought. just sticky. See, I get on to people all the time putting mediums in a deep box. It's not good practice, but I myself get in the bad habit of doing so. I'm short on a frame or short on a box, and I'll just mix and match. But this is what you end up with when you do that. You get a big old chunk of poopy comb in your way. Makes a mess. Just causes headache and grief. Go ahead and clean these up. I told y'all I wasn't going to do an inspection, but I don't know. That chunk of odd comb that I just pulled off there was all drone. And that might be because it was a frame edition. It looks like there's some bees starting to boil out of here now, like they might have the defenses they need. I don't smell beetles. That's my biggest concern this time of year. I've lost several hives in the last couple weeks to beetles. This particular hive was kind of weak a week or two ago, and I shook out some bees, some queenless bees from a removal. I shook them out into this hive to give it a boost. Okay, those out of the way. Set our bottom board in place here. And our 10 frame box. And then we'll just start pulling frames and moving them. Now, you know, bees are visual as well as smell when they're orienting to a box. So they won't recognize this 10 frame box as theirs, but they will recognize the smell of their queen inside. So they'll realize they can scoot over a couple feet and find her. All I see on that frame is drone brood. All cap drones. Keep going, try to find us some cap worker brood. There's some cap worker brood, I believe. Yeah, that's all cap worker brood. So it looks like a hatched out queen cell. I don't see any eggs. They may have just requeened. Times like this, when you're doubting a queen, that you just, all you can think about is how much you wish you had an extra queen. Yeah, still cap worker brood on that one, but no eggs that I can see. They're not exactly honey bound. The hive's just not that big. It's not that full of honey. This hive very well may be queenless. If that's the case, take those queen cells from that little starter nuke I set up and move them into here. Yeah, a whole bunch of pollen but no eggs. Keep going here, keep moving. Another somewhat recently hatched queen cell. They could have possibly just hatched out a new queen and she hasn't started laying yet. The inside of that box looking for her. Not acting real crazy like they're queenless, but here's a little trick. I don't know if I've showed y'all before, but I'm going to lay a queen splitter on here. Shake all the bees out of the inside of this box on that queen splitter. If there's a queen in here, we'll see her real quick. Duct tape on here. This box was one that I sold 2 nukes to a guy. And we just ran some duct tape around to hold them together while he drove them home. He brought them back to me. The wooden boxes brought them back to me, duct tape and all. So appreciate returning the boxes, but I don't suppose I needed the duct tape. Yeah, no queen amongst them. Hoping there would be, but I don't see one. We'll just continue on with our work here. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Y'all get the gist. I'm just going to keep moving frames over. But I am really concerned about this hive. I think they're queenless. So I am going to go get those emergency cells out of that little starter nuke and go ahead and plug them in here and give them an emergency queen to work with. So hope y'all liked it. Nothing difficult. Just figured I'd share. It's just one of the things I do. It's an idea. Gives y'all an idea. You know, you can use these 5 frames or these 10 frames, whatever you want. You can switch back and forth all day long.